I'm now recording this video for a second time. It is hot as hell in these lights and I'm sweating like a Christmas goat.
Goddamn!
Happy Halloween and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a story time because I haven't done a story time in quite a bit. So I decided to do one of my many creepy, kind of like weird, like what the heck is going on type of story times. I decided to wear my cat ears to like get in the Halloween spirit, and now I'm feeling like I look a little bit like Ariana Grande, but oh well. Before I start this video, I'm going to ask you guys to subscribe to my channel. So all my social media is in the down bar. Yeah, got Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, all that good stuff. And yeah, and also check out my blog because I post there like 4 times a week, and then I post here every Tuesday and Friday. But yeah, without all the babbling, let's get into the video. The story is pretty much like my sleepover from hell. Yeah, it was probably a lot scarier at the time just because I was like 12, but yeah, so one of my friends is having like a sleepover slash party type thing, and like what that means is like inviting 2 friends over and watching High School Musical and drooling over Zac Efron and then going to bed. Or was it Twilight at the time? Whatever the hype was back then when I was 12. My parents never let me have sleepovers. I don't know if it's like an African parent thing or like a black parent thing, but I knew a lot of my like black friends were just like never allowed to have sleepovers. But you know, every single time if I could like finesse my parents into letting me sleep over, it like very rarely happened. I had a friend that lived like in the same cul-de-sac as me, and I had to beg and beg and beg to like stay the night at her house. So yeah, my parents would like, you know, like hang out with her really late and then come home, go to bed, and go hang out with her in the morning type of thing. But yeah, so I'm at my friend's house, you know, we're hanging out. There's my friend, we'll call her Gina, and then her friend that I like knew but didn't necessarily like, and her name was Tiffany. So the 3 of us were like hanging out, you know, watching movies, eating candy, whatever. Gina's parents were out that night, so they were like so they would be home around like 2 in the morning, that they would be out late, so her neighbors would like call every couple hours to check on us because they knew that we were alone. We were like 12. We're hanging out, and then Gina's like, oh, are you gonna be able to sleep over because it's like, getting late? And I like take a deep breath and like call my parents, because like usually like my mom's scary, but my dad's like scarier because he's like a man of very few words. And whenever I want to ask like for a sleepover, I like ask him, like, can I sleep over? And my mom's like, ask your dad. And I get so scared. But I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just call and I'm gonna just ask, and you know, it's gonna be all chill, it's gonna be cool, they're gonna say yes, whatever. So I call my dad, and you know, I'm like, hey, like I was just wondering because it's getting late, I didn't want you guys to come and pick me up and whatever, so like, can I sleep over? And like, mind you, Gina lives like a block away. It's literally like less than a 5-minute walk. So my parents like, no, you can walk home. Like, they're like, no, you're not sleeping over. And I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. So I'm like at Gina's house. I'm like, you know what, I can't sleep over, but I can stay late. So we're hanging out, watching movies, whatever. My dad calls, or my mom calls back, and she's like, you can sleep over, but get your butt home in the morning type of thing. And I'm like, yes. And I'm like, yes, it's lit. It is happening. We're having a sleepover. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that movie Sleepover with Alexa Vega, but that is kind of what I imagined this to be, because like sleepovers are like once in a blue moon thing for me. So I'm like, hell yeah, it's lit, let's do it, sleepover time. So we're getting in there, we're playing Truth or Dare, Would You Rather, all that good stuff. And then we decided to do like prank phone calls. And as a kid, I was like the master of prank phone calls, okay? Like I freaking loved prank phone calls. So Gina was like, okay, we can do prank phone calls, but we have to do star 67, which blocks your number because she doesn't want me to get in trouble. And I'm like, yeah, sure. So we're passing the phone around, all taking turns doing it. Comes around to Tiffany, and she picks out a number in the phone book, calls it. The person's like, hello? And it's like, it's a guy, and like she doesn't answer. And again, he's like, hello. She doesn't answer. And then he was like, and then she screams like at the top of her lungs. Like, mind you, like imagine the scream of young girls. Screams, help me, into the phone, and hangs up. And me and Gina are just kind of like, Tiffany, what the hell? Like, we're like, that's not cool. Like, that's like not funny. But you know, like whatever. And Gina's like scared for a bit. And she's like, you did press star 67, right? And she's like, yeah, of course I pressed star 67. Till this day, I don't really know if she actually pressed star 67 or not. But oh, whatever. So we stopped doing prank phone calls because like Gina's like pissed off. Rightfully so, because like who does that? But like, yeah, so we you know, play some more games like MASH or whatever, and then eventually Tiffany gets this amazing idea to go do Bloody Mary in the bathroom. And Gina's like for it, which, you know, it's not surprising, as let's just say I was the only black girl in the area. And I was not having it. Listen, like, I'm not about that life. I'm not about that, like that playing with the other side. You know, I stay on my side, they stay on theirs. The only ghost in my home is the Holy Ghost. I'm not gonna deal with your demons in your home, Gina. No, thank you. So I'm sitting here like, no, I'm not doing that. Like, you guys can go ahead. Like, you guys can go on in the bathroom. I'm gonna stay out here and, you know, like, finish watching, like, the Twilight series while you guys go and communicate with the devil. Of course, somehow my dumbass ended up in that bathroom. So the lights are off. They're trying to light this candle. If you guys know what Bloody Mary is, by the way, it's where you go to the bathroom, light a candle, say Bloody Mary 3 times, spin around, and in the mirror should appear Bloody Mary. Yeah. I don't mess with it. Not for me. I'm in the bathtub, literally in the bathtub. I went into, like, literally when they pretty much like picked me up and put me in the bathroom, and I went straight to the bathtub and just sat in it, and I was like literally sweating. Like, I was trying to, you know, communicate with our Lord and Father and let him know that I'm not chill with this, and, you know, like, hey, what's up, hello Mary, you know, I ain't call you, you need to appear for me, because like, bitch, don't come for me because I ain't sent for you, but these two little heifers over here sent for you, so you can deal with them how you will. But me, honey, I ain't call you. They do the thing. I'm like over here like spouting prayers, and it didn't work, of course. We come out of the bathroom, but I like sprint out of that bathroom. I'm like, I'm not having it. I'm like, we are not doing this again. Gina's like, hey, let's go play Hotel 626. And that I was for. I am a big fan of like horror movies. For someone who doesn't mess up, I don't mess up the paranormal, but I like horror movies, like horror games. And Hotel 626, I think was a Doritos promo. They had like a Hotel 626 and like Asylum 626, I believe. I'll leave a gameplay link in the down bar so you guys can know like how truly freaking awesome this game was. I loved it. So we went and we played Hotel 626, and like lights off. We were like scared like shitless, and all of a sudden her power goes out. It's like for a split second, like it just turns off and turns back on. We're playing this game and we scream when the power goes out. Like, the thing is that the lights were already off, but just like the computer and like the TV and all that, just like all it just shut off. So we like flipped out. We were like screaming. It comes back on, and then as it comes back on, the phone rings, and we're like, so Gina goes over because she thinks that it's the neighbor. So it's a private caller though, so she was like, that's weird, but then she thought it was the neighbor, so she answered, because at this time it was like maybe like 11 at night, so like, why would anybody be calling, right? Like, so she answers and she's like, hello, silence. She's like, hello, silence. So then she hangs up. She's like, probably the neighbors, you know, whatever, they'll call back, blah blah blah. We had to go on about our lives. Like, we had to laugh about how scared we got because like the power went out and the phone rings again, and I'm like, oh hell no. At this point, I'm freaking out, but like Tiffany and Gina are like, yo, chill out, because like I'm just a really like high anxiety person. So when this happened, I was really like, I'm gonna call my mom, I'm gonna go home, I deal with this, whatever. But then, you know, whatever. Again, private caller. Gina answers again. She's like, hello, hello. She's like, says her neighbor's name. She thought that it was like her neighbor, and she's like, Mr. whatever. And just silence, and then they hang up. So my first thought is, little Miss Tip over here didn't press star 67. So of course I start accusing, and I'm like, Mr. Tiffany, did you press star 67? And she's like, I did press star 67. Like, why are you accusing me? I'm like, okay, whatever, bro, whatever. We're hanging out, whatever. Phone rings for a third time. And Gina answers it. I'm like, Gina, why you keep answering this damn phone? Like, you don't know who it is. You don't know who calling. It is like somebody, it's a private caller. They're not answering it. She knows that her neighbor is not private, it's a private caller. She knows that her parents are on a private caller. So in my head, I'm like, Gina, hello, Gina. Like, why are you answering the phone? Just let it ring, blah, blah, blah. Answers it, same thing. Hello, hello, line goes dead, person hangs up, whatever. So we're like sitting there for a while, like trying to figure out like who it could be and whatever. Like I think we all went around and prank called like once, and like I prank called a pizza place, and Gina prank called the guy that she liked at the time, but little Miss Tiff picked a random number out of the phone book. So we were like, Tiffany, like this has to be you, and she was getting really, really mad and really offended that we were like blaming her for this. So like whatever. Gina has 3 cats, and they're like upstairs, and she has 2 dogs that were in the garage. So all of a sudden and the cats were sleeping at this time, mind you. The last time we went upstairs, the cats were all like sound asleep in their little like bunk things. All of a sudden we hear like scratching and like banging, and just like the cats were fighting. We all jumped, and Gina was like, that's my cats. I was like, my cats never fight. And she's like, what's going on? And she's going to go upstairs. So what kind of Scooby-Doo ass Ghostbusters ass shit is that? You gotta go upstairs. Your kitty's fighting with the devil, so I'ma stay down here. I'ma pray for you, but I'ma sell my ass right in this seat. I'm not an animal person in the first place, so for me, I'm not gonna go upstairs and check on all that. And of course, like, come on, look, we're right upstairs, we have to all go together, blah, 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 we all go together, gang, it's all good. No. There ain't one black person in the Scooby gang. Not one. Of course, Tiffany was like, well, you either come upstairs or you stay down here where like Bloody Mary is. And I was like, for real, my butt got up so quick. I was like, I'm about to stay down here by myself. So we went upstairs to check on the cats. One cat's like sitting there just kind of looking at us. The other one was sleeping, and the third one was nowhere to be found. And we all calling this cat like Whiskers. Making that sound people make when they're trying to call a cat. Yeah, we're all making that sound like calling the cat. Cat's nowhere to be found. As we're doing this, it's silent. Doorbell rings. Like we all like just kind of freeze. And Gina's like, go ask the door. And I'm like, Gina, who are you telling? This is your house. Like, Gina, answer your door. Like, what? I'm sitting here like, don't answer the door. And like, we're all gonna answer the door together because of course, y'all and your let's check it out asses that gets my black ass killed in this movie. But in this movie, Black Lives Matter. So I was like, yo, open the door. It's the neighbor. And he's like, hey, tried to call, and he's like, the phone wasn't going through. And we're like, what? And she's like, I got like 4 phone calls earlier from a private number. Did you call us? And he's like, no, my phone's not private. And we were like, what? So then he's like, anyway, I just came over to check on you girls. Is everything okay? We're like, yeah, we're good. And I'm like, why you lie? Why you lying? I'm like, no, there is ghosts, there is demons, there is devils possessing the kitty cats. Listen, the lights flickering. Yo, it is a mad house. Like, it helped me. Sir, help me. So we go back downstairs, we turn on the lights, we put on like we put on like friggin' like Cinderella or Little Mermaid or something, and we're just kind of watching TV, and we all start to like fall asleep, like we're like dozing off and whatever. The movie ends and like we're just like kind of like half asleep, like not really, and then all of a sudden you hear the computer turn on. And like she had like one of those like old like Windows computers, so it like made that like turn on. And we had turned the computer off after we played Hotel 626, so there was really no reason for it to be turning back on right now. Like we all just kind of like jump up and we're like, what was that? Oh my god. And at that point I literally sat there and I was like, you know what, I think I need to go home. Because I was like, I don't know what kind of ghosts or demons are living inside this house, but like I'm not trying to mess with it. It clearly is unhappy today. It's trying to, have a field day, but so we kind of go back, we sit down, fall asleep again. I wake up at like 3 in the morning. I think her parents had come home because like all the lights were off. So I'm like, okay, I get up, I want to go to the bathroom. I'm looking around, I'm like, Gina, I'm like looking for them, and these heifers left me in the basement. My trifling ass heifer ass friends left me in the basement. Lights out in a damn basement. So I'm freaking out, like legit, like I'm, oh my god. So I'm like, mind you, this is not my house. Like this ain't my house. So I don't know where any light switches are. I don't know. I'm like stumbling around looking for the lights, like I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out. So I grabbed my little phone. I had a BlackBerry at the time, you know, because like the BlackBerry was the wave. We all had BBM, whatever. And I'm like using it as a flashlight, like looking, trying to find my way up the stairs. So then, like, as I'm going up the stairs, her cat's like standing at the top of the stairs, just like sitting. And I'm like, and then I try to like kind of walk slowly towards it, and it like runs away, and I like screamed. Then I went up the stairs, and like I realized that like Gina and Tiffany had gone to sleep upstairs in Gina's room. So I guess maybe they had woken up and they got scared or whatever. But I'm like, y'all trifling. I followed you on all these little Ghostbusters, Scooby-Doo ass adventures. I let the whole let's check it out shit. But you gonna leave my ass in the basement. Like me, being the scariest one out of the both of y'all heifers. And you gonna leave me in the basement. Me. Okay. This is like the second time I think that I have been left in the basement at a friend's house during a sleepover and then gone home. But yeah, her dad like wakes up and he's like, are you okay? Like, what's going on? And I was like, I'd like to go home. And he's like, okay, whatever. He's like, I'm like, I don't live that far, but I can walk, whatever. So he kind of like walks me like to the end of the block till he like sees me cross the street into my cul-de-sac, like, you know, and I go home and I'm like pissed. Like the whole time I'm like fuming. I'm like, these bitches left my ass in the basement. But yeah, I went home, and safe to say my parents did not let me have sleepovers again for a long time, rightfully so. I don't think I wanted to have sleepover for a long time, but yeah, I was really willing to leave whatever ghost Gina had in her home and come back to the familiar one in my home. So that's the end of that. The moral of the story here is like, you don't need to check it out. You don't need to. You don't need to go into the unknown. You know, just let it be. Just let the ghosts do their thing. I hope you guys have a fabulous Halloween, but don't be having sleepovers with those trifling friends that gonna leave you in a basement for Buddy Bay to come at you. Like, I ain't call her, you did. So why you running? Why you running, ho? Yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.